You know, each year we celebrate our Independence Day. This is 65 years ago that Pakistan got independence on 14th of August. And it is a blessing that Pakistan came into being on the world map in the holy month of Ramadan. And so I'm very happy that all the community members, Pakistani community is here today. And we have been able to celebrate this day. The idea was to create a separate homeland for the Muslims of South Asia, where they could live in accordance with their religious beliefs, culture and values. So Pakistan is making progress despite whatever you hear or whatever you see. We have faced challenges in the past. We have some challenges, we have some problems. But I think the Pakistani nation and the Pakistani people have that innate capability to overcome. And they have proven it in the past. So I think they have the resilience, they have the fortitude to overcome these challenges. I am confident then Pakistan will continue to march ahead, and you can see the young people here, the girls and the women and the members of our community, how confident and how optimistic and imbued with the spirit of independence they are. Now, what was the other question?
The current situation in Pakistan currently, how is it like, especially after the death of Osama bin Laden?
Well, Osama bin Laden is now a history. He died in May, so I need not elaborate on that. I think the facts are before you. The situation is, in fact, if you ask me, is gradually improving. We have some pockets of resistance because we were expecting some kind of a backlash from these elements, from the supporters of Al-Qaeda. And that is what happened in the initial phase after the death of Osama bin Laden. Now, of course, there are some pockets of resistance, and we see these occasional manifestations of that resistance. But I think gradually things are improving. And by and large, the situation is under control because we have, of course, beefed up our security, and you have to understand the things. Everything is in a context, and this trouble or difficulty we are facing is on the border between Pakistan and Afghanistan, which is a long border and a porous border. There are certain elements which take advantage of that topography and that terrain to create mischief. So we are tackling with that.
How about foreign relationship because of that accident?
Sorry?
How about foreign relationship between Pakistan and the outside world because since his death? Is it bad or?
Not at all. It is our foreign policy and our foreign relations are following a steady course. We have good relations with majority of countries in the world, and I think our foreign policy is oriented towards developing good relationship, especially with our neighbors. And we are engaged in a process of dialogue, for example, with our neighbors. With Afghanistan, we have close cooperation. We are helping them through some development assistance. So I don't think that by and large there is any effect on the foreign relations as such.
So 3 days ago, Prime Minister Yusuf Jilani said that the government want to boost the nuclear program. So what is your comment about that?
No, the Prime Minister was talking about boosting the nuclear program in the context of our energy requirements. And Pakistan is an energy deficit country, and we are utilizing all possible avenues, hydel, thermal, and nuclear is one of them. Nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. Pakistan is a nuclear power, you know that. So, but what he was saying was in the context of developing nuclear energy, nuclear potential for power generation.
By the current situation such as terrorism, how do you see the asset can be secure?
Don't be taken by what you hear, here and there. Pakistan's nuclear program is fully protected, and it has very strong custodial controls. And in fact, if you consult independent experts in this particular field, they will vouch what I am saying. So there is no basis to question, because we have evolved a very very strong command and control system, custodial control. So I completely reject any malafide insinuations on that account.
I want to ask about in terms of a relation between Pakistan and Malaysia.
Oh, Pakistan and Malaysia, we have traditionally enjoyed cordial and friendly relations, and there is a history of this relationship. You are all aware of that. We have people-to-people contacts. We have relationship in the economic sphere, which is growing. Our trade is now about $2.5 billion. But of course, we are a little concerned over the growing trade deficit between Pakistan and Malaysia. But joint ventures we are looking for, and Pakistan's exports have also increased in the past 1 year. Educational exchanges, educational interaction is increasing. So all these are good signs for our relationship to go forward. So I'm pretty confident that in the years ahead we'll have a ongoing robust trajectory for our bilateral relationship.
In what sector do you wish to the increase to be more?
Well, we would like more joint ventures, more investments from Malaysia. And Pakistan is a huge market of 180 million people. Our geography is also an advantage. You can trade with Central Asia using Pakistan as a corridor. You can trade with Middle East. You can trade with rest of South Asia. So Pakistan is right in the center. So I think that is a natural advantage which Pakistan has. And with Malaysia, of course, Malaysian companies are there in Pakistan. They are working in the oil and gas sector, this housing and some other. We would like Malaysian companies to come forward in infrastructure field. Agriculture is another area in which we are cooperating. Halal sector, we have just initiated cooperation. So I think these are potential areas. And power generation, of course, we are an energy deficit country, so I think we can take advantage of Malaysian expertise in that field. And education, of course, we would like more linkages developed in the education field. People-to-people contacts. Malaysia is quite well known in Pakistan. More people are coming here, for tourism. So tourism is another sector.